Okay, so a couple of you have asked for video tutorials to teach basic knitting skills. I am still more than happy to teach any of you one-on-one, either in person or by video conference, but hopefully this will also be a useful set of tools for those of you who want to watch the videos more than once, or if you want to slow things down if something I'm doing is a little tricky. This first set of videos is going to teach you the 3 basic skills that you need to start, grow, and finish any knitting project. You'll learn how to cast on your stitches, which is how you start a project. You'll learn how to do the basic knit stitch, which is how you grow your project. And then you'll learn how to cast off your stitches once you're done, which is how you end your project. To start casting on your stitches, you need to take your yarn and you're going to want to make a slip knot. For those of you who are not handy with knots, here's how I make a slip knot. I hold the tail of the yarn in my right hand, make a little loop with my left hand, grab the tail, pull it through, and tighten it down. And that way you can make the knot more snug as you pull the tail further along. Just in case that didn't work, let's do it one more time. You hold the tail in your right hand, make a little loop with your left hand, pull it through, and tighten it down, just like that. And the reason you need the slip knot is because that's how you're going to start your knitting on your needle with your stitches. So you're going to take the slip knot and you're going to put the loop over onto the first needle where you're going to put your stitches as you cast them on. And tighten that down nice and snug. From then on, you're going to more or less ignore this little tail until you're completely done with your knitting project. And you're going to be working with the long part of the yarn that is attached to the ball here. To cast on your stitches, you're going to take your second needle and you're going to go like this. I like to hold the yarn wrapped around my pinky finger to keep a little tension, but we can talk about that later. You take your needle, you loop it through, push it through the front of the loop to the back, wrap the yarn around, and use that needle to bring it through, pull it under, put it over the top of the needle, and tighten it down. And that's your first stitch that you've cast on. Let's do that again. So you take it from the front to the back, loop the yarn over it, pull it back through to the front, pull it out, up and over, and tighten it down. Let's do that again. I know this can be confusing. Front to back, you put the yarn over, so you wrap it around that needle, you use the needle to bring the yarn under, back to the front, and you put the loop up and over on here. Now there are quicker ways to cast on that will also give you different textures or allow you to do different things at different stages of your project. This is the simplest and easiest way to cast on. It's the way I like to teach beginners because it also teaches you the basics of what you need to know for knitting your actual knit stitch. So that's what we'll do in the next stage of this video.